Welcome back to Toronto. You're an old veteran coming here all the time. How important is it to you to have a film at the Toronto Film Festival?
Well, it feels like part of, when things go well with a film, kind of always end up passing through here.
Yeah.
For some reason, and I don't know. It's nice that films like this. I mean, this film is in English, but sometimes when you come with a film that is not in English as well, it's a sign that the film can kind of travel around and have a resonance in other places. So it's pretty nice. I feel really, really proud in a way to see how this film is going, where it's going.
Yes, but your films have always been accepted here, like regardless what language. I mean, you brought us some amazing stuff.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I mean, I'm just calling a spade a spade. You were really, this film, Rosewater, my God, I didn't know what to expect because, we all know Jon Stewart from what we see on television. We don't all know him personally, obviously. But boy, did he ever do a fantastic job directing this film. What impressed you when you began to work with him, about him?
Well, this thing of, he's unlike any other first-time director, he just goes for it in a way that, he's been working for 20 years or something in his show. So he's used to work with many people, to put together a group and solve things last minute and improvise and, so, he's a good team leader. But at the same time, he had a point of view. He has a point of view of what he wanted to achieve or where he wanted to kind of explore. And he would gather a group of people that would help him interpret that point of view and help him experiment that. And that's what ended up happening. And he's got that interesting angle as well, that he's a person that makes you feel very comfortable, that is very fun, that is very intelligent, that is very loving as well. So you would fall into a good place so as to just let go and do the thing, and he would let you just, he would ask.
But you must have helped him too. You being a veteran actor, director, whatever, you've done a lot too. So I could see you helping him. Like, was he open to that type of advice?
He was very open.
Yeah.
He not only open, he was demanding that advice all the time. Yeah.
So that's great.
From me, from from the photographer, because there is something that comes with experience. That you kind of certainly. He would wonder, for example, if we would sometimes just go ahead and shoot things, and it would be like sometimes like, Jon, we could experiment if it works, and only doing it is the way that we're going to see if it works. So let's just do it.
Yeah.
Let's maybe not shoot it. Let's just rehearse. Let's just fly. Let's just play around with it. And he would be like, okay, if that's fine with you. Yeah, of course it's fine. I'm here for the adventure of finding it in a way. And so and that's different from television.
Exactly.
It is a different thing, and I think he really got into it. We're I don't know, creating a monster because he's gonna just want to direct now.
Yeah, I know. Seriously, I'm
Yeah.
scared to see what he's going to do. I hope he doesn't drop his show because we'd all be very disappointed if he did that.
He would be a wonderful director, though. He is already. He did a great movie, and I'm sure that the next projects that he has in mind or whatever he wants to do, it's going to be good because he's such a nice guy. He's such an intelligent. He's one of the smartest and quickest people I've ever known.
Yeah, he really is, that's for sure. Yeah. How, amazing was it for you not to just have Bahari's book as your guide, but to have him there with you, like every step of the way, and just to feedback with him? Well,
and that's another thing, that Jon is very humble as well, and he wanted to. He found the story and the point of view he wanted to put across was inspired and was first and foremost from Maziar's point of view of his experience. When he wrote this book called "And Then They Came for Me," there is caustic humor there that Jon found really, really interesting because who would find that light in that deprivation, when one is put into that situation of solitary confinement, being accused of doing something that you're clearly not even close to being. Maziar found a sense of humor in that, and in a very poetic way, he manifested the ridiculousness that it always is.
Yes.
This persecution is always a comedy. Kafka has, and Dostoevsky, and in literature it's been put across many times, but in film it's rarely seen, and especially nowadays. So Jon really grabbed onto something very important, and Maziar is the same description I would give about Jon. Maziar is a lovely, intelligent, fun, easygoing person, and Maziar has this thing of being a triumph of the human spirit, I think, because he came out of there finding himself with a lot of strength to fight for the right of people of bearing witness all over the world, but also pointing out an interesting, quite dangerous issue, which is that solitary confinement is torture, and that is completely accepted in even the most sophisticated democracies.
Yeah, it's still going on, unfortunately, this minute, right? And I just, I know you're an actor and I know you're playing a role, but where the hell did you go in your dark place to play this guy and to do what you had to do?
Yeah. Well, that's... most of the roles I've played hardly have ever been, except for one, maybe. Y tu mamá también.
Yeah. Great movie, by the way.
Okay. That one had a lot to. I went to the beach as well.
Yeah. Well, you've had.
But
some
fortunately,
dark
there was
films.
no camera there.
Yeah.
But in most of the characters that one ends up playing, you rarely have anything even close or to understand what they go through. And in this case, with Maziar, he's from Iran. This happened in Iran. I'm from Mexico, far away from Iran, absolutely. And I surrendered to the fact that I'm never going to be able to understand and to even, feel identified with Maziar's story and with Maziar himself. The only thing I can do is to empathize emotionally with him, and that is a human common ground where we all kind of meet up. That's something that we're all capable of doing, and we're all allowed to, and we all have the right to. And through empathy is where you kind of build this kind of connection with this fictitious element of, okay, we're in a film set, but I'm in a prison, and what would happen to me? What would I feel according to Maziar's story, according to the circumstances? And you react in a true emotional way of that, because of that.
Well, especially
But
you're wearing the blindfold. You're this. You're in the moment.
But it is fictitious elements, nonetheless. And that's the ritual of acting. That's the ritual of interpretation. And those are the moments that make me really happy in being an actor, because there is a fraternal experience in that. In that there's a joy in that we're revisiting something dark in ourselves or something light in ourselves. We're playing with who we are in a way to make logic out of the why the hell are we here?
Right.
This angst kind of gets subdued by just playing around, doing this very ritualistic spiritual experience. I consider it very spiritual, actually.
Absolutely. Okay, so of all your roles, which has been the hardest for you to shake after you've wrapped, that you've played?
This one in particular, it wasn't difficult to that. It was difficult to, for example, when we were shooting in prison, in a real prison, it was, yes, after a while it was during Ramadan, and there were and a lot of the people in the film were fasting as well in the crew, and we would break for iftar, and there was a respectful spiritual connection that we wanted to also appeal to, and it was beautiful. But we were shooting in a prison where people have been there, and there's places for solitary confinement there where we were shooting, and you just wonder how the hell is this how did we get here?
Yeah.
As
You thank
humanity,
you thank
know?
God every day for your life, I'm sure.
Exactly,
After
but
something experience like that.
how did this happen to us humans? You know.
Yeah.
And,
So when are you going to do a nice lighthearted comedy?
I don't know.
I think you need
don't
one.
know.
I think it's time.
That would be good, right?
Yeah.
I mean, well, I think that, I mean, again, this film has
It has
that
elements,
has
but
that, yeah.
still.
But I mean, it would be great to do a comedy soon. But I mean, I did this one recently. I mean, a very full-on comedy that was Casa de mi Padre. This thing with Will Ferrell that was.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
It was hilarious to do. I mean, it was just crazy and crazy.
You just say the word Will Ferrell, word Will Ferrell, and then
Exactly.
you're done, right?
I still don't even know what we were doing.
That was
I mean,
funny.
what if it makes sense, you know, what we were doing. But I had a lot of fun doing it. So
That's
hopefully, I mean, it would be great to do a comedy. Actually, yes, I'm shooting a TV series. Well, a TV series, a series. I don't know, a web series. And
Okay.
it's for Amazon.
We'll take it.
And it's a comedy.
Good
It's called
stuff.
Mozart in the Jungle.
Oh, I look forward to it. Well, thank you so much for your time. You were so wonderful in this. I have to tell you, you just did an outstanding job and
Thank you.
fantastic film. And please, you know, we want you back next year.